It's really interesting and challenging to think about measurement in this regard. And I know reporting metrics are really critical, and I'll put a few thoughts out there. There are ways to measure engagement through employee surveys and self-reported results, and I think those are really critical. And just by virtue of asking employees periodically about how they feel about their job, their department, their workplace, how engaged they are, makes a difference. I think measuring lost work time, it may be difficult to directly relate absenteeism, lost work time, days off to caregiving, but I think measuring it in the aggregate, and if possible, being able to look at the connection between someone who's taking paid family leave versus using PTO time. And again, it's not going to be a perfect science, but looking at these different measures is important. And one of the other things I would look at is, or look to, are your affinity groups or employee resource groups, if you have them as an employer, and what feedback are you able to get? It may or may not be measurement. It may be that they're willing to conduct a poll of everybody who's involved in that, and maybe even seeing the uptick as you roll out programs and communicate the kinds of offerings that Mellie has, and encourage people to join an affinity group for the communal support. Do you see uptake there? So those are some different ways that initially come to my mind. And the last one I'll mention appropriately at the end is exit interviews. If you do conduct them, asking the part of HR that is talking with employees leaving whether or not one of the contributing factors is their role as a caregiver, because that could be very telling in terms of how real it is in your workforce and make a compelling call to action.